is why games last 90 minutes.
Yes.
This is exactly why games last 90 minutes. Oh, my God. That's all I can say about this game. Detroit City coming in here prior to this match against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds here at Keyworth Stadium have been scoreless.
Yeah.
In previously 180 minutes of play.
Yeah.
The last two, back in 2023, the two teams face each other, 0-0 draw. Last year, 0-0 draw. 180 minutes of football going into this thing. Add another 90 to it. 270 minutes of scoreless football.
Wow.
And, let's look at some of the highlights prior to that.
You got the first half was even Steven.
Yeah, it was pretty much even Steven in the first half. I mean, a couple of yells here and there, a couple of cards, and it was like that throughout the match today. I mean, obviously Pittsburgh getting more of the yells than Detroit City did. The first yell did come out though early, like in the 9th minute of play. Ryan Williams ended up getting a yellow for a hard foul in the 9th minute of play. But after that, it was all Pittsburgh as far as the yellows go. For the most part here. But like I said, for the most part in the first half of play, not much of action. No. Second half hour, City started to wake up. There's some chances here. We're looking at one right now where Ben Morris is going 1v1 here, tries to feed it, and it was stopped by the defender there. That was in the 77th minute of play. Fast forward about a minute later, 78th minute of play, another chance for Detroit City FC here. Ryan Williams skies this one over the bar, and they just kept going. Pittsburgh had their chances too. This one here in the 79th minute hit the side of the net for Pittsburgh. We go to the 82nd minute, another chance for Detroit City, stopped by the goalkeeper there. And 82nd minute again, another chance.
Detroit had a lot of great chances during the
second
game.
half. Here's Derek Yamazaki here. With the flag going up. That wasn't Yamazaki. That was Darren Smith, as a matter of fact. Yamazaki coming in at the right time to help things out. Of course, he basically helped us play in the, let's just say, the Jagermeister Cup was his forte here.
He's always great and determined to get Yankee Cup.
That's
why he signed him.
Let's take a look at some of his action here. 88th minute of play here. Detroit City coming up there. Yamazaki is bringing it up. We'll be bringing it up here on the side here. Delivers to Darren Smith for the header, right to the goalkeeper though. But that a good pass there to Darren Smith.
That's right.
But it was.
And then the 90th minute.
We'll go to that like I said, Detroit with all the opportunities that they could possibly get.
They were trying their best to score that one goal, which we could give them a cushion. But the goalie was still up on his head.
And like this guy over here, he's in the back. He's in the background over here, as Steve's kind of blocking him there. Danny Dico said as I was walking over here, that's why you play 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
And in the 90th minute, actually the 91st minute. Take it away, Neil Rule.
Take it.
Hartford leading at the moment. Want to keep pace.
Yamazaki service again. That time it's cut out. Yamazaki again with it. Morris drives it. Header! Darren Smith in stoppage time, of course.
Say his name and he will score. I believe in Darren. I I believe in Darren.
Sun great by Steve here.
That's a Joe Henry entrance song.
Yes, I think the last time I heard that Joe Henry song was on Neil Rule's show, Big D Energy. They were when Joe Henry was in studio with Big D Energy. So
I know.
That was the last time I said it.
Yeah.
The last time I saw Joe Henry was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and he got RKO by Randy Orton. But let's get back to the
game. Darren Smith's 91st minute goal gives Detroit City the 1-0 victory over the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
I had to watch it on my phone because we were doing the smoke bomb near the end of the match, and when it scored, holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh my!
I went straight. Obviously, I went straight to the highlight though. But
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at it again.
Oh, just look at it again.
Just looking at this one more time here.
Yeah.
Beautiful form
Yes.
getting in there.
You're right.
A good, Detroit putting the pressure on here. Morris
to Smith.
So
Header
right into
bounce. The goaltender didn't know where it was.
And when you look at that, and the man who created the play at the time, going back here, let's go to the lineup here. The man who created that play, that would have been. I'm trying to think here. Where is it? Where is Yamazaki? Where is Yamazaki? Yeah, I'm looking up.
Okay.
There's Darren Smith there.
Yamazaki got subbed in, or?
Yeah, he did get subbed in. I'm trying to find him on there, and I don't see it. I see
Well, Ryan, I think the subs are mentioned there. You're the Yamazaki right here, number 14.
Yeah.
I know picture on
Yamazaki.
No picture on phone.
Yamazaki delivering it to Morris at the on the side here, and then Morris puts a brilliant delivery right to Darren Smith, who heads it right into the back of the net. 8th goal on the year in all competitions.
1 goal.
Yes, he has tied the great one.
The great one, which is Messi, or?
Yes, indeed, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, he has tied Messi.
1 goal in the Open Cup, 1 goal here tonight, 6 during the league competition. And oh my God, that was something. Yeah. We were thinking, oh shoot.
I mean, I hate to compare them, but I did that last year with Nick Marcanic too, because
And we were, and let me tell you, I thought we were going to go into the penalty kick. I told some of my friends, I was telling my friends, if it's the end of the tie, we're going to straight to penalty kick, and the winner get an extra point, 2 points instead of 3. But it was max points,
maximum points for Detroit City tonight, and that was the key here, getting those 3 points. And as I mentioned, like I said, the first goal for Detroit for anybody at Keyworth Stadium since 2022, when that was a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
So the first goal, basically in 271 minutes of play.
It's almost 6 hours.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years, 6 hours, 3 games. Oh my!
Yeah, 3 full games of soccer, pretty much, until that happened here. Let's look at the stats here.
All right,
let's look at the stats here for the match here. Pretty much an even match as far as the flow goes.
Yes.
When you look at it,
from looking at the momentum,
Detroit mostly got their mojo going in the second half.
You're
9
right.
total shots.
Yes.
Shots on target 3.
Yes.
Pittsburgh only had 5 on the day.
I see.
And they had the edge at the half.
And they had 2 overall shots, and they had couple of shots on target, but none went in the net.
None went in the net. Well, one went on the side of the net over here, but like I said here, Detroit started to really get going, especially once they got their subs in. Once Yamazaki got it. And what can you say about Haruki Yamazaki?
A
great addition to this club with the speed, and especially in these cup competitions.
Yes.
He showed it during the Open Cup.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago, and he shows it again today.
That's the reason why they signed him, because last year when he was playing for the defunct Northern Colorado Altdorf, he proved his worth during the tournament during the same tournament last year, which was mostly a League One team. And now he's proving to work in the Championship League One JG Cup.
Yes. And I mean that was huge right there, and
Yes.
that was a huge substitution at the right time for Danny Dicchio in Detroit City. But you look at we're going back to the stats. Like I said, 9-3, mostly in the second half for Detroit City as far as that goes.
Yeah.
The shots on target, 3 apiece. Here's the key stat right here: 419 accurate passes for an 83 percentile. And
83 percentile.
Yep.
Oh my.
83 percentile. So that means Detroit was moving the ball and doing it the right way, passing it, passing back and forth, and that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
In a game like this, you want to be able to control the ball and control possession and all that. Detroit's possession.
Oh yes.
In that match, 55% to their 45%.
And they were dominating in the first half, although nothing was much coming about, but they maintained possession in the second half, although a little bit slightly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I mean, but like I said, the shooting did come about more in the second half of play. They had more chances on the net, more chances on target. Coming in the second half of play. Mind you, wind was a factor. It was.
Yes,
it was
windy
down at the end where I was at. I mean the wind. The wind was aided some of the.
It was windy almost all day, and I'll give you a little bit of secret.
Yeah.
When we did Soccer Night Detroit, we did 2 takes. The second one was good, but the first one, the wind almost knocked our camera.
It knocked our camera over, so unfortunately we didn't save the footage of that. But yeah,
that would have been a good blooper. The late Dick Clark and Ed McMahon from TV bloopers and Cartel Junk.
I would have put that on the end. I would have put that on the end of the year show. Had I saved that.
It was lost, unfortunately.
It was funny, but like I said, I mean, it was just the wind was a huge factor today, and of course that wind blowing straight in that direction
from the north onto the south goal.
Yeah, it was blowing in that direction, and it was a factor. I think it was a factor in the way. I don't know how the coin toss was.
Yeah.
When you look at it, I mean, I don't know who ended up winning the coin toss. If Pittsburgh decided that they were going to shoot this way towards the storage, we're right at the storage containers here. Yes. They were, we weren't sure if Pittsburgh was wanting to do that in the second half and all that stuff. Yeah. But I'm thinking to myself, the wind changed direction in the second half, and it favored Detroit City because blowing down at our end.
I know.
Wow. So. May have been a difference, but it doesn't matter either way. 91st minute goal by Jack Smith. 91st minute.
At the death. And
like I said, what can you say about him? I mean, what more can you say about this guy? We pick him up from Finland. We pick him up from Finland.
You're right.
What more can you say about this guy? I mean, the guy has really sparked offensively for Detroit City in a way that I don't know. You've covered this. You've seen this team for 12 years.
Yes, from the beginning, I've seen almost everybody. You know what I mean?
How do you
from Willis Morris, Belair to Maxey to Ben to a lot of players.
I was going to say, what do you liken him to in Detroit City?
I will say this: when I read his bio, when we signed him, I read his bio and said, "Well, this guy is great scorer. He's a perfect goal. He even got the team out of almost near relegation with a penalty kick. You know, and I'm just saying, dude, this could be a good signing. You know what I mean? If it's all true, and it's all coming true. I was probably the most corrected and." In the end of my Joe Henry sort of tribute, I believe in Darren. Come on, just admit it. I really do believe in Darren.
What would you compare him to as far as the greats, as far as the city legends are concerned?
I will say Willis Morris Blair. Yep. He's a legend as well. There's one player I can't remember, but Willis Morris Blair. That's the first name came out.
SCL.
John Claude Lawson. Oh yes. John Claude Lawson, another great city. He had a really good scoring powers, but mostly it was during the old NPSL days.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
But this is a little different beast there. And if he stayed for 3 more years, I would not be surprised if he'd go after the all-time scoring record, which is 43.
He's well on his way. Well, let's see, eight would be 8 times.
8 times. Well, if you count, I think league goals or something like
8
that.
8 times 6 is
something.
Well, 8 times 6 is 48.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
We're trying to do math. Trying to do math on the fly here. It's hard.
I'm going to try to ask Mackie if he could do a confirmation.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to take 8 goals, 8 all-time goals, and you said the record's
the record's 43.
Record's 43. 8 all-time goals. This is in all competitions, folks, and we count all competitions here.
Yeah, I'm going to probably cut it. All competitions league-wise.
So we're talking like 8 times 5 is 40. So you're looking at. I mean, for especially in these last 5 games.
Oh,
last 4 or 5 games that he's been having this tear.
He's on fire.
That's. I have never seen a stretch like that in my few years of watching Detroit City FC football. I mean, and you're talking like players that I've seen, the Patos, the Maxi Rodriguez's, I mean, you can name them left and right as far as that goes. And of course, I asked you this earlier on Soccer Night in Detroit. Have we found our striker?
We did.
Yeah. And
he's a star.
And he did his job again tonight.
And can I go way back in the annals of history before DCFC? Mm-hmm. Trevor Francis.
Trevor Francis led the NASL in scoring back in 1978.
Yes.
The first year of the Detroit Express.
Yes.
And
they played their game mostly indoors.
It's over. Of course, different rules. And of course, you remember the 35-yard line. I think it was an offside line or whatever.
The 35-yard. Yeah, I remember. I saw a video on the history of why the 35-yard. I don't know. I just remember that with those.
They tried to Americanize it. It didn't work. So.
And MLS also tried to Americanize it in the first 10 years. It didn't work until they went back to regular soccer or the concept.
Yes. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Stupid. The KISS method.
I was about to say that.
The KISS method.
Not the rock band, but keep it simple.
Yeah, keep
That's
it simple,
what it's
stupid.
For,
But anyhow, like I said, I mean, you gotta. I mean, there's nothing more. I mean, really more I can say about the way he's been so far this year. I bowed to him. He's like, "Oh, stop it!" It's like the guy. I didn't really mention the word. Okay, dude, you're tied with Messi for most goals in America right now.
Yeah.
Actually, he's tied right now in most goals with the guy Balboa or whatever.
From Loudoun United.
No. We're talking the guy from Philadelphia Union.
Yeah, MLS. Yeah, right. Yeah,
or Ty Balboa.
I know.
He has 7 goals right now in all competitions right there.
But
Messi has 8 goals in all competitions. Guess who also has 8 goals in all competitions?
Darren Smith. Yeah.
Yep. Just saying.
Okay. Just saying. Yeah.
And this is in American soccer, or North American soccer, as you call it, but American soccer because all the USL teams are in the States. But
well,
what a win today! What a win! That's all I can say about that.
Calm down there. Speaking of it, there was one other game in the with all the craziness here. We forgot there was one other game in the Group 4 of the U.S. Open Cup,
and that was the only other game going on in the whole tournament.
Hartford Athletic, a team that is not having one of the best starts of the season in the regular USLC.
I think they found their savior, though. Jack Panayotu.
Yes,
with a goal in the. Too bad Danny Dicchio is not out here, folks.
I know.
He outdid the Danny Dicchio double.
What do you mean by that?
You know what a Dicchio double is?
I don't know what a Dicchio double is.
Oh, my God! He scored 2 goals. 2 goals, mind you. And got a red card in the 72nd minute.
Yeah.
Comes away with the victory by a score of 2-0 over Portland Hearts of Pine. So right now.
And that's our next opponent, by the way.
Yes, and that'll be coming up a month from now.
You're right. And so Hartford is technically in the lead, but because of the they don't do goal differential. Hartford is technically in the lead. 2 goals to us 1.
Yes.
So
yes.
Since
Because of goals scored.
Yes.
In the competition. So right now, technically, Hartford is on top, Detroit City in second.
And Winchester and Rhode Island United, Rhode Island FC play tomorrow.
That's right. That's right.
It's going to be a fun night of soccer, considering we're getting into the end of the international season. Yes. Spain had their El Clasico final today. I know I'm going to scroll down.
A certain team on the Merseyside is about ready to.
As I record this, Barcelona and Real Madrid are in extra time. Oh my!
Ooh, that might go to penalty kicks there in the Copa del Rey.
And don't forget a lot of the League Cup, the FA Cup is doing their
FA Cup tomorrow. We got Nottingham Forest taking on Manchester City.
Yeah,
I'll be paying attention to that. And I don't care what happens with Liverpool if they draw tomorrow.
Yeah,
have got you might as well say they're having their victory party.
Victory party. Yeah, you're right. And don't forget, let's root for Nottingham Forest because they have a good history. Because it helped Trevor Francis win their great starts ever, the first $1 million player, the first.
That's the worker bee of Manchester.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're right.
Needless to say,
you're rooting for Manchester City. Okay.
City till I die.
I know.
City till I die.
But it's really great.
The blue moon shall rise over you. Don't make me start singing Wonderwall or Jam will be kicking my butt right now. But needless to say, I'm going to be rooting for Manchester City. That's been my team since. Yeah, I'll say it since the Aguero goal back in 2012. But
yeah, you're right.
I mean, but that's my Premier League team, and I'll be rooting.
And you have to be happy for Nottingham Forest. They returned to the Premier League for the first time when they won the richest game, and they've been killing it this season, being almost near top 5 and it's a great story. In the semifinal.
And they had some issues last year as far with points deduction and all that stuff.
Oh, point deduction, yeah.
But they managed to overcome that and then turn around. Next thing you know, they're playing top 5 football, which could get them into
European Cup. Yeah, UEFA Cup championship.
Oh my God. The next couple weeks in the Premier League is going to be hot as far as getting that European.
It's just hot hell. Don't forget all the domestic league. You got the German Cup. And by the way, did I mention Celtic who won the Premier Scottish Premier League, wrapping up the title? They play in the Scottish Cup against Aberdeen near the end of the year.
Yep, they're in the was it semifinal? Yeah, they're in the semifinal.
Yeah. All right.
My boys from Celtic. This
is very exciting for soccer near the end. But hey, it's getting heated up since we're almost at the 10-game mark. So
for the regular season.
You're right.
And of course, the American schedule off and running, of course. So, but like I said, it's been a great afternoon here of football here at
let me mention the next game, the next League Cup, or back to League play.
Back to USL Championship play.
Is our rivals in Indianapolis, the Indy 11, next Saturday night, 7 o'clock.
Last time in league play, we played in Indianapolis. Detroit City came away with a 2-1 victory, I believe it was.
And one of our great rivals next to Louisville.
And in fact, one of the players that plays for the Indy 11 actually scored a goal in that game.
I see.
One Elvis Amo.
Oh, yeah. Ex-City player back there.
Yes. Yeah. He's with Indy 11.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll be facing him and James Murphy next Saturday night.
And then after that
is
the U.S. Open Cup against Chicago.
We got a wild week of soccer coming up next week, folks.
Very wild. And guess where we're going to be back at? Something we haven't been back in a month. The City Clubhouse.
That's right. City Clubhouse next Saturday. Join us for Soccer Night in Detroit there.
1 hour before kickoff at 7.
And then we'll do the post-match from there as well. So, I mean, looking forward to another exciting week. Stay tuned for the musings midweek. We'll talk more about this great victory.
Unbelievable victory,
Great victory this afternoon for Detroit City FC.
Okay.
amongst other things in the world of the wonderful world of soccer.
Thank God for this distraction from what's going on in the world.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I love loving football at this point.
Loving soccer.
Loving the beautiful game. For Steve, I'm Mad Cat. We'll see you again next week from the clubhouse.
Yes.
And say hi to Sean Man as well. Just walk by.
Okay.
And we will see you from the clubhouse next Saturday. Until then, folks, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the galaxy.